Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. We're going to be talking about Star Citizen now for 4.1, the current live build, with a load of hotfixes and updates that just got deployed. 4.1.1, which is in the first wave of its PTU. We've got some updates and dev responses for a load of different things there. And we're also going to be talking a little tiny bit about the new group features that are being tested. CIG just deployed a 4.1 hotfix pack to the live build meant to address many stability, landing gear and service-mindable issues. With the latest one, they have made 7 client crash fixes. They fixed an issue causing vehicle landing gear to be left static around the persistent universe when a ship is destroyed. They fixed an issue where players could not hold anything through carry from their inventory into hands unless the item had been dropped. They fixed an issue causing cargo to become stuck if a player loads the cargo while a vehicle is unstowed. They also made 6 server crash fixes, and they fixed an issue causing service mindables to become unscannable and have no collision. Fantastic. Lots and lots and lots of important stuff there. This also came along with some server maintenance, with CIG closing the servers for around 7 hours yesterday. I should say service maintenance, but it resulted in the servers being closed. Originally planning for only 4 hours of downtime and starting at 1:30 UTC PM. Yeah, it went on for 7 hours though, and that's because they identified an additional beneficial hotfix and they were applying that. Then they said the previously mentioned fixes are now being applied to the environment, while the team is working to wrap up this maintenance as swiftly as possible. We do not have an updated ETA to share at this time. And then 7:45 UTC PM, servers came back online with CIG scene maintenance complete. We greatly appreciate everyone's patience as we continue to make improvements to live performance and stability. 4.1, tell me what you think of it now with those hotfixes deployed. It should be in a significantly better state. I played around with it for a little tiny bit, but I'm much more focused on 4.1.1 at the moment. And with that in mind, there's some interesting dev responses to a variety of things that I sort of want to talk about. I saw a thread in 4.1.1, both Nomad and Herald had increased storage space, but the Mercury Starrunner did not, which may mean that she is secretly being reworked. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. M. Gibson, CIG, responded to this. Personal storage on the Mercury Starrunner should be appearing in-game shortly. It simply missed the first patch cutoff. Obviously, some ships, like the Argo Raft, doubled their cargo size and stuff like that, so a lot of people were like, ooh, are other ships going to get some exciting treatment and updates as well? And the answer to that is probably. Some are going to get some minor updates, some are going to get some more major ones, and yeah, I think it's an exciting time for certain ship owners in Star Citizen. We'll have to wait and see exactly what gets some cool little buffs. Another thread that I saw, 4.1.1, time for some realism. Basically, you see NPCs outside in harsh conditions, sometimes without the appropriate protective gear, in areas sort of just chilling out, and a player wouldn't be able to do that. So is this going to be solved in the future? Zach Priest responded, NPC loadouts don't have context of the planet when spawning currently. It's planned for when we do some improvements to NPC loadouts. Historically, a lot of NPC encounters took place in bunkers, and now they're on surfaces. Hooray for Planet Navmesh! I'm aware how important this is, and we do intend on addressing it. It'll be relatively easier once this information is passed on to the NPC via loadouts, as the way we have NPC entities is super streamlined now with the loadout bundles. So yeah, you can expect NPCs to more appropriately be dressed and equipped for the environments they're in the future, and assumedly there'll be some logic driving them to where they can and can't exist or should and shouldn't be. I think they talked about that when there was the room system and heat and fire. They went, NPCs won't want to walk through fire. This is just a more subtle version of that. Another thread. So now I won't be able to equip both a pistol and med gun. So this is part of 4.1.1 again, and basically CIG making the decision of going, the med gun takes up your sidearm slot, your pistol slot. So you choose between a pistol or a med gun, or maybe some other utility items in the future. Zach Priest again responded to this. There is a multi-tool attachment that has healing capabilities on. You are still able to equip a pistol and a medical tool. That, and you have access to med pens, which can heal you. Your character should not be able to do everything without trade-offs. The med gun is incredibly powerful and has 0 downsides to equipping, previously making it a 100% requirement in a loadout for any serious player. It did not receive its own keybind, as it would need to be bound by default, and we already use a lot of the number keys for FPS weapons. Removing friction from the default experience is important. important. The goal here was to ensure that pulling something out in a combat situation is consistent as having to open a wheel to select something consistently as part of removing jank. It also provides an intentional choice people have to make between a pistol or the med gun, which is an important trade-off. As we move further into specializations with armor, as seen with things like combat visors, you will have to make active choices about your loadout, having to choose some utility over others. I am totally with CIG on that. I want effectively classes for people to be locked just by the equipment they're wearing. They go, I want to be a medic, I want to do this, I want to specialize in this, bam, I do this. Also, I very rarely use a sidearm. I'm not sure about other people, but if they make sidearms more powerful and then give you trades-offs of like some of the items that you can put in that slot, great. There was a follow-up question on this thread saying, why though? We have so many consistent issues. Why was this the thing that you were working on? No one asked for this, and I have seen the majority of the community pretty clearly against this. I have yet to have a PvP encounter where someone having a pistol and a medgun was causing problems. This is obnoxious. Zach Priest responded again, this is a simple data change for the designer. Time spent on this did not detract from anything else. This did not need any engineering time, the people who work on the big issues, as they are working on stability / fixes. So yeah, I have seen a reasonable amount of people against this change, but I am very much for it. I think once we have better loadouts and more choice of helmets and armor and all that sort of jazz, and specialist armor and different backpacks and different slots all over armors and things like that, this is going to be a lot more interesting. And obviously there's going to be gadgets and a load of other gear in the game. It's one of the double-edged problems with Star Citizen when they're maintaining these live servers while developing the game, which hopefully will come out of an alpha-y feel soon and be feeling a bit more like a beta or early access, but they'll make a change and people are like, well, I like the old system because it's more functional for what we currently have, but they do need to press forward, as it were. What's that? You want an infomercial about the best darn space stick I've ever advertised on the channel, probably? THRUSTMASTER's new space game focused flight sticks are now available. The Soul R. This is an ambidextrous 44-button stick and base with fantastic build quality. You need a lot of buttons for Star Citizen, and even if they add some more vital commands, the Soul R is pretty future-proofed for that. You have 3 high-precision axes of movement, X, Y, and Z, with THRUSTMASTER's, well, this is a stretch for an acronym, HEART. Hall Effect Accurate technology. The movement and twist with this stick are just mwah. But also you have a thumb wheel, a throttle, which is a slider, a mini stick, and a couple of hat switches. This all comes together for a great flying and combat experience. Genuinely, this is one of the best sticks I've used, and it feels tailor-built for Star Citizen and suits my needs much more closely than any stick that I've used so far. If you are interested in grabbing yourself a Sol R1 or 2, which is the dual stick version, then use the link down below and or the creator code BoredGamer. That gets you your flight stick and gives me some money too. Win-win. I also have a video of my thoughts and impressions and a review of that flight stick on my channel that you should check out. Please do. Some other bits and bobs. It was confirmed that the silver bars we saw as part of a sneak peek are scrip, a physical item that might be able to be traded in for loot in 4.1.1. I'm not sure where you trade them in. Seemingly there's lawful mercenary scrip, but also outlaw versions of this stuff. One last thing I do want to talk about is currently, CIG are testing some cross-platform party chat. That's coming to the PTU, at least for Evacardi in the short term. So it could be something that CIG open up to a wider audience quickly, or it just sits with Evacardi and then gets another round of fixes, then repeats for a while. I unfortunately am not able to show you, as though I assume it's fine because it's kind of existing in 4.1.1 now. As it's an Evacardi test, I don't want to show screens and that sort of stuff. I don't want to step on CIG's toes and be like, you bad Evacardi tester, and then flog me. But the idea here is that the Spectrum web platform and the in-game chat are connected, and yeah, CIG are expanding out group and party functionality. Hopefully we'll get more and more of this and the stuff they showed at CitizenCon in regards to org, gameplay, and features for parties and groups. Boom! That's it for today. Please tell us what you think of 4.1 live at the moment if you're playing that. If you're playing on 4.1.1 on the PTU, how's that playing for you? Are you excited by it? There's so much cool stuff going on with it. You can capture Idrises and fly them around. Loads of new locations, loads of new missions, lots of combat-focused missions for fighters. tons of cool stuff, and it looks like there's going to be even more added to that patch in the coming weeks, along with, you know, them getting ready for Fleet Week and some other bits and bobs. Remember, check out the links below for Thrust Mastery stuff. We've got a chip giveaway as well. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning a Drake Golem. We're giving 3 of them away, actually, to 3 different lucky winners. It's comment on any of my videos made during this month of April. CIG gave us one of those Drake Golems, and also, it's worth mentioning that they come with a game package and lifetime insurance. Thanks very much for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments below. See you in the verse.